Hello and welcome to the Cheap Seats podcast. I'm Elliot,
And I'm Henry.
and today this podcast will just be about us introducing ourselves to you, the audience.
Yeah, we're just gonna kind of explain what's gonna be happening on the show. Just talk about us, what kind of music we're like, what we've been listening to, just like the sort of general chat to it and get to know us and know what to expect in the future.
Yeah, everything that's going on at the minute for us.
Yeah. Hopefully in the coming few episodes we'll end up getting some interviews. I know we've messaged a few people at the moment, and we're gonna see if we can get some good connections, and so we can get some cool interviews on the way from all of your and our favorite artists.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we've sent one or two messages out so far. We're not going to say who in case they don't get back, but yeah, it's something to look forward to.
Yeah, hopefully they reply with good spirits and wanting to be on the show.
Hopefully, otherwise we'll probably end up going though.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So do you want to just explain who you are, Elliot? Go on.
Yeah. I'm Elliot. I'm a year 13 student at sixth form. I take geography, law, and music performance, and I play the drums. I dabble in a couple of other instruments, and I'm applying for music performance at unis at the minute. Artists I'm liking at the minute are, I'm liking all the chess club lot. So Alfie, Coach Party, Pixie, Sundar Akama, and yeah, liking My Easy Life, Dominic Fike, Green Day, everything. Bit of Cortin.
Yeah, got to shout out to Cortin, best band in the world.
Cortin.
Yeah. I'm Henry. I've been playing bass for I'm gonna say 9 years now. So that's probably that builds the majority of my personality. Music is quite a lot to me. At the moment, I've just been listening to anything and everything. Shout out to Cortin. A lot of chess club. They've just got. I feel like they've got like the best artists coming out of them at the moment.
Yeah.
Honestly, they just fill with so much potential.
They find a way to just pull it out of the bag every time.
Oh, completely. So I'm a year 12 student, and I'm up from Newcastle, opposed to Elliot, who's down in Nottingham. Yeah, Nottingham.
Right.
So there's quite a distance between us at the moment. So if there's any technical difficulties, well, we apologise
please excuse our noob.
Yeah, we're very new to this, so if it's awkward at any moment, we can only apologise. We're bound to get better at it over time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so what are we going to chat about first? Speaking of chess club, actually, we've just had that listening party today.
Yeah, organised by myself, Bonnie, Amy, and Summer.
It's been quite good. I listened to it. It was quite a good selection of songs on there. Let me get it up right now in front of me.
Yeah, I feel like we've covered quite a large base of chess clubs. Signings, their artists.
Yeah, we had 3 songs from each act. Did we cover all the acts? Or did we just? I think we just covered the most popular ones, including Blocks, Phoebe Green, Pixie, Alfie Templeman, Coach Party, and Sundar Akama. They're probably the most famous out there.
Yeah,
bunch. They've got some absolute bangers. I remember I went to see them last year in Newcastle. It was absolutely, it was mad. Man, I wasn't too big into them at the moment. Like the big songs like Flame, She Said, Explore. But it was just a great night. But I just feel like Chess Club is just on it, especially with their Coach Party. They're absolutely amazing.
Honestly, they've got I believe they've got Jaeger and Sinead O'Brien as well.
Oh, do they? Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God, Jaeger. Oh, it's such good music, honestly.
Especially for a rather a pretty new.
Pretty new record label. They've got quite a lot of new artists. I feel like they've picked up quite a lot over the last few years. Who else is Easy Life? They started with Chess Club, in fact, but
So did Mumford and Sons, actually.
Mumford and Sons, did they actually?
Yeah,
That's
let me
crazy.
check on the Chess Club page.
Um,
Because they've got all of their alumni.
yeah, Coach Party, they've probably been the standout for me at the moment. They just came out of nowhere. Like completely with Oh Lola. That was absolutely mad.
Honestly.
That came out last year. I feel like that song's been out for ages. And then earlier, what I was about to say earlier this year, it's 2021 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Party Food. Wow.
Just
Honestly,
an amazing debut EP.
Well, see, when I didn't even realize it was an EP because like 6 songs. That's quite. I don't know. I feel like with the songs being fairly well, they're quite. I don't know how to put it. So normally with like a start out EP, you'd probably have like 1 or 2 interludes or some like fairly shorter, more obscure songs. But like every song on that EP is absolutely wow. Standout for me has to be Bleach.
Oh yeah, Bleach is a great song.
That song instantly became iconic. Like literally. Oh man.
Personally, my favourite on the EP is Puke.
Puke. Oh.
The drum groove in it is great. It's got a nice guitar in it. Yeah, they called it Puke because obviously Puke's in the song, but I remember Jess, the lead singer, saying that she wanted a song called Puke because she could just say on stage, "We are Coach Party and this is Puke." It's just a good little story there.
Oh, nice. But Oh Lola, that honestly, the start of that song, like, what was this? Like, duh, 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 duh. Oh, it's just absolutely, it just, oh, fuck, we're definitely going to edit that out. Me singing Oh Lola, Jesus Christ.
No, I say keep it in, keep it raw, keep it great.
Keep it raw. But anyway, that song is absolutely, was it Oh Lola, Oh Lola, Oh Lola, ooh, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just having a glance at the Chess Club Records site now. They've had Wolf Alice go through them.
Wolf Alice, Jesus Christ,
yeah, she's love.
Absolutely amazing.
Swim Deep.
I haven't heard of them, in fact.
I haven't really listened to much of them, but I've heard really good things about them.
Chess Club. Let's search up. Right. Okay.
Pumarosa, Group Love, Local Natives.
Wait, Group Love. They're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, seems like Chess Club are just pulling through all the bangers at the minute.
Group Love. They did Tongue Tied. That's probably their most iconic song, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Wasn't there a Chess Club? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure there's a Chess Club store. Is that a thing? I think it's fairly new.
I'm not sure about that. I haven't heard.
I remember my friend Aiden mentioned it. It's like I don't know if it was like a pop-up shop down in London. It opened, I want to say August time. It might have only been temporary, but I know they sold all sorts of merch down there.
Yeah, I think I did hear about that actually.
Yeah, but Chess Club, they're absolutely amazing. What are any what's another label that you've got your eye on? I've definitely got. I've got to say Homefront.
Homefront, yeah, because that's my sports team.
Yeah, that's sports team's self-made label. They're absolutely mad. I find it so crazy how like bands are like such a small size are able to just like how are you able to just like start up your own record label? It's mad. I'm trying to think.
They've been doing like loads of stuff though, haven't they? They've been popping off with the lager when Deep Down Happy dropped last year.
Oh yeah, they had what was it? It was Long Hot Summer Lager, wasn't it? Yeah. I didn't try it myself.
No.
But no, and Homefront, they've got Walt Disco. I'm trying to think anybody else. They've got that. Oh, is it Personal Trainer? I haven't listened to any of them.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't listened to many of Homefront's actual signings, but because it's sports team, I'm pretty sure they're gonna sign some bangers as well.
Oh yeah. Another band that have set up their own record label is Feet. They've got their own.
Have they?
Yeah. They've got their own record label called Clapped Records.
I didn't realise.
Yeah,
that's quite funny.
I just searched up Feet record label just to get a bunch of pictures.
That's probably not a good thing to search.
I kid you not. I've got so many pictures of Feet in front of me right now. It's absolutely rank. So Clapped Records. I need a bit of a reminder.
Oh, speaking of sports team, actually, sports team, aren't they currently signed to Nice Swan themselves?
Yes, they are signed to Nice Swan Records. So
that's the same as Courtin. Love them.
I don't know how that works with you having your own record label but being signed to somebody else. But yeah, I don't think Feet have got anybody other than themselves at the moment signed to them, which I don't
Oh,
understand.
yeah.
I don't understand that. How can you sign yourself? Do you know what I mean?
I think it's just like being independent, isn't it?
Yeah,
Basically.
it's good though. It's good though. For Feet, there, wow, they've got some new music coming soon. I'm pretty sure. I remember one of the boys tweeted out, I want to say two weeks ago, so saying they've got new music coming out in the coming weeks, so that should be exciting.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Now, Feet, oh, they I don't think they haven't released anything since 2019 now, but they're absolutely like, I'm
When was English weather?
English Weather. Oh, that was back in 2019. I'm gonna say it was the end of 2019 that
Ah, yeah.
What's Inside That Is More Than Just Ham got released. But that's got to be, honestly, I think that's my favorite album. Well, I'm gonna say it's up there on my top five. No, not top five. Maybe top 10 favorite albums ever. But it's definitely my top album of 2019.
It was my girlfriend that introduced me to that album. Actually,
Oh, they're
I wasn't
absolutely.
like I'd heard about Feet, but I wasn't too yeah, I wasn't too attracted to it
You.
coming and thinking it, have given it a go. But she showed me, and I ended up really enjoying it. And now they're on my playlist. So it's good.
Oh, I've got like right in front of me right now. I've got this massive picture of George, Callum, and the rest of the boys. Honestly, it came with the album. It's absolutely mint. It's all signed. I'm addicted. You could say I'm addicted to Feet.
Daniel, Henry's addicted to Feet. That's what I
Yeah,
like.
that's you can clip that and just post it everywhere.
Yeah,
But Feet, they're absolutely amazing. And with the standout songs in the album being probably, I feel like the album's so diverse. You've got like a weird song to start off with, being Good Richard's Crash Landing, which starts off with this like really like melancholic intro, but then kicks into like I wouldn't quite say it's post punk, but like Brit pop, just weird Brit pop sort of like sound to it. But and then the album's just so diverse. You've got like we've got like a harsh post punk from the song Outer Rim, and then Petty Feeding. But then you've
yeah,
also got like really like groovy songs like What's Inside Is More Than Just Ham and Wiggy Pop. Honestly, the whole thing's just it's so eclectic, and I absolutely love every second of it.
yeah. That I feel like when speaking about the band Feet, I kind of in my brain I associate it with Working Men's Club only because of a group chat that me and Henry are in, and Tom speaking about them both a decent amount.
Oh, Working Men's Club are absolutely amazing. I listened to their new album last year, and honestly, it's so good. It's so good.
These are both bands that I haven't really dabbled in much myself. Like I've heard of them and I've
Work,
heard like songs here and there, but I haven't really.
yeah, Working Men's Club. I'm fairly new to. I probably started listening to them. I want to say around October. So I'm not. Was it October? It might have been a bit. Yeah, probably
Maybe.
around that time. But anyway, it's absolutely. They have the song Valleys. Valleys is like, it's probably their most streamed song, but it's absolutely. Oh, it's great. It's just.
Yeah.
It's such a good song. But what bands are standing out for you at the moment then?
Ooh. Honestly, I'm really anticipating Easy Life's album if it's gonna come out.
Oh, I think you cut off there a little bit, but I'm assuming you're talking about Easy Life's album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's absolutely. Oh, I can't wait for that to come out. I really can't wait for that to come out.
I feel like Easy Life are they can be a really innovative band and they can like bring a lot of things on the table.
Oh, completely. I remember seeing Easy Life for my first time back in early 2018, and honestly, I don't think I've seen a band with such a good stage presence.
I feel like the stage presence is less like they are there to entertaining. You can really tell that, but at the same time, like they're there and they're having fun with it and they're just relaxing.
Oh, completely. I went with
It's almost refreshing to watch them perform.
Yeah, I went with my brother. It was just about when Creature Habits came out, and it was so good. Honestly, I think that's got to be like in my memories one of like my favorite gigs ever. At the time, they had a lot of unreleased music though. Since their their EP had just came out, they didn't have the they didn't have enough songs to fill a full set. I think it was an hour-long set, but with the EP being only 25 minutes long, I'm guessing.
Yeah, something like that.
And so they played a lot of like extended versions. So they did a nice long extended version of their instrumental song 0520. And then they played a lot of unreleased music, which is still to be unreleased to this day. Mind, we've got, I don't know if we can say this, but I know from Intel that some of these songs are going to be returning on this upcoming album.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so that's a good thing to hear.
I don't know. Can I say the names of the songs?
I'd say just leave it just in case.
Yeah.
Well, I think people know what we're talking about if they know.
Yeah, if they know early Easy Life, they know what sort of summery songs and just really feel good music's gonna come. Sadly though, my favorite Easy Life song of all time, an unreleased song by them, isn't coming to that album, which is it's upsetting. Completely. The song High Hopes, I think I believe it to be an early adaptation of Nightmares in a way.
I see what you mean, actually.
Because High Hopes, it's weird. It's like I wouldn't say.
I haven't seen or heard much of High Hopes actually, but I've heard a live recording of it.
Yeah. There was never a studio recording of it. Mind, speaking to Sam, the bass player, he told me apparently there's two versions of it. They did a recording for one, which they scrapped, but then they also had a different version which they played live. So I believe that is the one that I have, because I took a live recording of it when I saw them, and I've treasured that. So it's I've got on my local files and I listen to it so much.
Maybe they'll release the other version of it one day. Then.
Yeah,
one day,
hopefully. But it's a nice. It's quite a short song. I want to say about just under 2 minutes, but it's there. It's got a short intro, but with very similar lyrics to Nightmares, going on about this hi hello sort of the bridge on Nightmares. It says something like that. But anyway,
maybe Nightmares is the other version of High Hopes, so they just never like kind of thingy to it.
Yeah, but it is. I can definitely tell that Nightmares was 1000% inspired by High Hopes. But and then after the short intro, it's followed by a trumpet and saxophone duet by Sam and Murray from Easy Life for the next, I want to say, minute and a half before repeating the intro again, and then going on to do this insane sax solo, like something similar to Lust, but just like amped up, and it's absolutely amazing.
I want to hear that so much. It reminds, thinking of Sam's sax solos makes me think of the acoustic version of Slow Motion.
Yeah. I think
that's my ringtone.
Oh, actually, that's quite funny. But that was on Radio 4. That's how I got a copy of it. I remember listening to it when it came out, and I thought, I was sat there on the BBC Sounds app, and I was like, I'm just going to screen record this just in case it gets lost over time. But I am happy that I did do that, because I don't think it's anywhere on the internet now.
I don't think so either, actually. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Yeah.
I've got the one that you sent to me, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. But I think now, especially with that early music, it's became a bit of a inside joke. Started by me, I think. Not leaking as such, but would you say flexing that I've got early music by them?
I guess so. In the Facebook group, the Easy Crew,
I caused some ructions there.
Create.
Oh, jeez. See, for context, I own a copy of a song called Boy. I have the promotional CD that was given to BBC Radio 4 back in 2017. It's their unreleased song, Boy. And it's a complete different band. It's still Murray and Sam from Easy Life. Yet I don't believe Cass, the drummer, or Lewis, the guitarist, were in the band at the time. So it's a complete different sound. With it's nothing like this like jazzy, lo-fi sort of bedroom sort of sound, but it's how would I want to say alternative indie rock with some like ska, reggae sort of stuff in there. It's really quite interesting. But
Yeah.
and so I own this, and there's been many times on this Facebook group where I've posted a photograph of it, not playing the song. I feel like to
Playing
respect,
it would be a bit disrespectful
yeah,
towards the group, especially because they don't want that on their image.
Yeah, they clearly don't want that.
I remember not long ago, someone leaked it on Reddit, like leaked a full MP3 of it, and we told Cass, one of the members of the band, the drummer, and he was kind of like upset and asked us to get it down. So we all reported it and tried to get it down. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it did get taken down.
Yeah, it did.
Did it anyway? I think it's something to do with copyrights, but I know for 1000% they don't want this out there. I haven't shared it with anyone.
What about pre 2018, pre 2017 Easy Life, where they're in their old bands, they're all separate. What do you think of those bands? I've never heard Surf Band.
Surf Band, all their stuff's still up on SoundCloud. Funnily enough,
is it?
Yeah. Jordan's band, I failed to remember their name.
Oh, By the Rivers. I love them so much. I was going to order their vinyl from Discogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. What does he do in it? Does he sing or?
I believe he's a backup singer, and I think he plays an instrument as well. I think he plays the drums. I'm not sure though. I don't think he played them live because he's singing, but he might have done both. He might have been a prodigy.
But yeah, and then who else? There was my favorite. I absolutely love Park Bench Society.
I've got 2 of their promotional CDs.
Yeah, same here. I managed to find them on eBay for quite cheap.
Yeah.
Like I noticed is it Back on the Town? Slightly different on the promotional CD to the Spotify release. It's got a shorter intro, but yeah, their music I find that mad. Sam and Murray, that's who was in Park Bench. They were making money and making music from such a young age.
I believe there's a clip online of them going to play at a BBC Introducing Festival.
Yeah.
It's on the way there, and they're doing a little duo in the back of the car.
Yeah, with the melodica. I've seen that.
That made me want to get a melodica. I was going to go and play it around school. Would have been funny.
I've got one. But that was at Leeds Fest they played.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so I found that mad. They were probably, I want to say 17,
something like that.
16, 17. They already got it was a fairly small gig, but absolutely impressive for.
Sorry, Henry, you cut out a little bit there.
Oh, sorry. I was saying, like, it's such a young age, being able to have a stage presence of their sort of kind at such a young age. It's amazing. It reminds me of Alfie Templeman. He's just a music prodigy.
Honestly, I think he's definitely going to go far with things that.
Oh wow!
One of his most recent things, isn't there? Is for what's it called? Forever Isn't Long Enough.
Oh, absolutely banger!
I heard earlier from someone that the drums for that weren't pre-thought of, and he just got in the studio and did it like on the day.
That's man.
It's so intricate as well. It's
crazy. It's absolutely.
I'm trying to learn it for an audition for a university, and I've got about halfway through earlier on today, and I'm loving it. It's so intricate. It's so like, in some places there's things where you really wouldn't expect them to be, but it still comes out really, really smooth for some reason.
Yeah, but I just love Alfie Templeman, especially his what do we call it? Pseudonym? Side career.
Oh yeah.
Aerial Days. Wow.
I was trying to save myself for that. I was like, I listened to the title track, but after that I haven't listened to any because I pre-ordered the vinyl, and I cannot wait for it to come so I can hear it on that.
I feel like that'll be such like a powerful moment, listening to something first on vinyl. I haven't done that before.
Oh, I have. You know the Happiness in Liquid Form EP by Alfie? Yeah, that came to me before the other songs were released. It got to me a day early.
Oh, that's crazy. So
I'm hoping that happens with my pre-ordered Arlo Parks vinyl, Collapses and Sunbeams as well.
oh wow, that would be. When does that come out? I feel like
It's January 29th. I'm so
yeah,
excited for
it's
it.
just under 2 weeks now.
Arlo is such a from on the internet and from everything, it seems like she's such a lovely person, and she's
honestly, she seems so genuine.
I feel like all of her art, well, I'm going to call it art, all of her work is such, like, it's so thoughtful, and the spoken word is just it's powerful.
Oh, she's got an absolutely stunning voice, and she's so multi-talented as well. Like, I've seen some of her poetry as well. It's absolutely, it's great. It's great.
Read some of her poetry on Instagram sometimes.
Yeah,
makes me feel all warm inside.
Hopefully, I'll be seeing her at the This Is Tomorrow festival in Newcastle.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to book tickets. I'm so upset.
No, honestly, it's great. That lineup for that day is absolutely insane. I'm pretty sure it's Arlo Parks, Blossoms, Inhaler, and Royal Blood all in the same day.
Jesus, that's beautiful.
And Fontaine's DC as well. So
that's great.
We can get a bit of a hero's death in the background. But
I've heard things about that album, and a lot of people think it's quite overrated.
Oh, I really liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, it's not my favorite album of 2020.
What was that? What was your favorite album of 2020?
Well, it's got to be Aerial Days, completely.
I haven't had a chance to listen to Aerial Days, but it'd probably be that. But personally, the album I listened to the most, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one I listened to the most, both on Buy and on streaming, is a full album, is Deep Down Happy, Sports Team.
Oh, Deep Down Happy. What an album. Honestly. Crazy.
I heard some theories about it being one long song.
I don't know the whole album, but I know that the first song, Lander, and the last song are they're kind of like one long song. If you listen to that, do you know what I mean? How they've got repeated lyrics, and I'm pretty sure it's the same chord progression as well. Anyway, well, it is in places, but back in 2019, when performing that song, I think it was in New York even, they played Lander, and they played the whole thing, both Lander and Stations of the Cross, as one long mega song. Wait, I feel like before, did I call Stations of the Cross Aerial Days?
I don't think you called it anything. I think you said the last song on the album.
Oh, right. Sorry, I've got Aerial Days in front of me. It's in my mind. But oh wow, there was a bit of I don't know if you want to call it controversy, but with on the lead up to Deep Down Happy, people were complaining, saying that it was quite underwhelming upon release because they had released so many songs that were on the album beforehand.
Yeah, isn't there like other versions of the songs on other EPs? Like, isn't Camel Crew another version of that on Winter Nets?
Yeah, Camel Crew's been out for a while now, since 2017. But I'm gonna get the album up in front of me right now, and I'm gonna see how many.
I'll do the same.
Let's give myself a little reminder. So out of the 12-track album, there were only one. This is like fully new songs upon the release of the album, so not counting singles leading up to the album. So there was Lander, Feels Like Fun, Born Sugar, and Stations of the Cross. There was only 4.
Really?
There was only 4 new songs on the album.
Here It Comes Again. Where was that?
That was released as a single about 2 weeks before. No, I wouldn't say a month or two before the album came out.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Because they delayed their album quite a bit. I've got a copy of Dork, and I swear on the album it says that it was going to get released in March, and it got delayed by quite a bit, didn't it? It wasn't June, was it?
It was.
It doesn't say on Spotify. I think it was June, maybe. But I know it got severely delayed. So to hold out over the time, they decided to release Going Soft and Long Hot Summer. But by doing that, I feel like they made the album weaker, because then there was only 4 new songs opposed to 6 if they released the album in full.
I feel like again, sorry, going back to the one long song kind of thing, I feel like the songs match up in twos more than they do in a full thing.
Oh, I completely agree with you.
I feel like
with you.
Going Soft and Camel Crew match up. Some of the chords are the same, and the strumming pattern sometimes is the same.
Yeah, it's.
And then Long Hot Summer and Feels Like Fun, they kind of match.
Do you reckon?
I think they do. You know, I think they run into each other really well and they connect
Yeah.
really well. I'm not sure if that makes them two songs
Mhm.
or not. It's like Green Day. I don't know if you've ever listened to the Nimrod album, but there's a pair of songs in there called Jinx and Hushinka,
Mhm.
and they have a really good matchup between the songs, like a really good transition. It makes it sound like it's barely even a different song.
Mm-hmm. Mind, if we're going to be talking about transitions between songs, completely, we've got to talk about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I don't know if you listen to them.
I haven't actually, but I'll put that on the playlist.
Honestly, King Gizzard, they've got my favourite two albums by them are Nonagon Infinity, which has got it's quite a famous album for the sense that every song ties into each other perfectly into the next one.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So like even the last song of the album flows back into the first song of the album.
Ooh.
And so it's called Nonagon Infinity because you can listen to it in a forever loop. The only problem, in my opinion, with that is well, the first song is quite energetic. So how are you going to turn from such an energetic song into a chilled out one? You don't. So all the songs start to sound the same.
Yeah.
But it is quite good. There's a song called Mr. Beat.
Mr. Beat.
Yeah, Mr. Beat. That's quite a chilled out song. But my favourite's got to be People Vultures. It's absolutely just insane with just like a drilling psychedelic rock sound in your ears, and it's just wow. But it's not the first time King Gizzard have experimented with the whole one song sort of method of on their song, not on their song, in their album In Your Mind. The first first four songs, I'm in your mind, I'm not in your mind, cellophane, and I'm in your mind, fuzz, all one song.
You'd never guess that 1, 2, and 4 were linked, would you?
Yeah, no, mine it's quite confusing when you're trying to choose which one to put on first, because you're like, oh, which one's the first one again? So, but it's really good on the record because there's no grooves in between. There's no like period grooves in between the songs, so you get like this perfect transition.
That's kind of interesting.
Oh, honestly, it's absolutely amazing. Cellophane being my favorite. They're just so strange. But they honestly they had an album last that came out. Well, actually, they had, would you say two albums? Chunky. They had their first album that came out, Chunky Shrapnel. Had a few new songs on it. I had Quarantine, Amnesia, and Evil Star, but the rest of it was live recordings, but with a few new ones in there.
That's cool.
And then
just quickly. Sorry to interrupt you. We've just had a DM back from somebody that has confirmed that they'd like to be on the podcast. So a bit of a.
Do you want to do a little drum roll and announce it?
No, we'll keep it as a surprise.
Oh no, you can't. Oh.
I can. Got to leave them on a cliffhanger. Got to leave them wanting more.
Maybe. So will that be the next episode? Hopefully.
Yeah.
I can't see why not. Sure thing. Time to do some homework on this band. Get some questions prepared.
Oh, don't worry, I've done all my homework.
Oh, yeah, I know you're quite a big fan of them. I'm fairly new to them, but from what I've heard, they're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, their new release is absolutely great. I think it's one of their best. I think it's their best so far. I'm going to put that out there.
Right, okay. But
they've pulled it out of the bag.
But quickly back up to the topic of King Gizzard. The pace they put out albums, absolutely insane. So I'm going to ask you a question now. How many albums do you reckon they have released in 2017? We're talking about full length, 1 hour long, all new songs.
You're still pumping them out. So I'm missing 3, 4.
They released 5 albums.
They released 5 full length albums in it.
5 full, about 40 to an hour minute long
Nah,
albums.
nah, you're having me
No,
on 1 minute. Let me search it.
no. That quite funny names. They got Murder of the Universe, Polly Wanna Gonna Land, Sketches of Brunswick East, Gumboot Soup, and then my favorite, the Flying Microtonal Banana.
I love
The
that.
Flying Microtonal Banana is so psychedelic. It's so, it's absolutely amazing.
Speaking of
See,
albums that run into each other, this
Mhm.
is reminding me of Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh yeah, completely. The Wall as well. The Wall. That's an absolutely amazing album by Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
I want to say how I don't think the whole album works into each other, but I know it gives a full overlying narrative about how there's this system and we should all go against it. So, but
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, I don't think you get anything more iconic than that.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Another band that's bringing out new music soon. Haven't Royal Blood got their album coming out?
Oh yeah,
They
that got
announced it,
announced.
and
That only got announced
Typhoon.
recently as well. Is that what's called?
No, it might be actually, but that's the single Typhoon that they're putting
Oh
out.
right, okay.
With it's 7-inch with lyrics etched on the back of it.
Oh really? Oh, I love etched vinyls.
Yeah.
I've got the sports team one. Is it Making Hay in the USA?
Is it?
Yeah, it's blue with an etched.
That's
It's got
cool.
some etched lyrics and some little pictures in the back.
People were complaining about it though because it's I think it's £13 for a 7-inch with one song on it. I'm just gonna confirm that quickly.
Especially with being a, is it limited pressing or?
I'm not too sure. It might be.
For one song, I don't. Well, I've spent more on. I'm not proud to admit it, but I've spent more on 7 inches than I'm willing to say. But 13 for one song is quite steep.
Yeah, £13.50 for a 7-inch with Royal Blood Typhoons limited. Yeah, so it is limited.
Oh, right, okay, fairs, but still. But what did you think of Trouble's Coming?
You know what? I really enjoy it, but it took me a while to kind of get it.
Yeah,
it took me one or two listens, but then I eventually got it and started enjoying it properly.
Yeah, I remember seeing when it first came out. I remember seeing the cover and realizing they know what color is. Like everything from there was so black and white, and then I just see this orange and black cover, and I'm like, hold a second.
Hang about.
And then when I listen to it, it's so different.
Yeah.
It's so different to anything they've released.
I feel like it's a good different. I feel like they're moving in the right direction.
Completely.
Have you listened to Nothing But Thieves ever?
Oh my god, I seen them live in 2018 at Transmit.
I love Nothing But Thieves. I love their Broken Machine album. I love their first album. But this new album, Unperson, that came out recently, like not a couple of months ago, maybe at most. I'm not sure. But that I feel like they moved away, which a lot of people aren't going to be happy with unless you're like a diehard fan of them. Like there's that one or two good songs that I haven't fully listened to the album, so this is me making kind of a preemptive judgment.
Yeah.
But I really like the song Impossible. It's different, but it's a good different, and it really shows off Connor's vocals and his range and his just it's great.
Honestly.
And there's the song that came out when they first announced it, which is Everybody's Going Crazy, which I really enjoyed, and that was kind of like I thought, oh, this album's going to be really, really good. But then I forgot something else came out, and it kind of put me off it.
Yeah, well, I feel like they have evolved. It's been a while in between the release
of.
Sorry,
Henry, you cut out there.
Oh, sorry. I feel like they had to evolve because there's been quite a prolonged space of time between their second studio album being Broken Machine and the Moral Panic, the one that came out last year. It was 2017 and 2020. See, when I seen Royal Blood back in 2018. I was like a bare bones surface fan. Like I knew the iconic songs. I knew like Sorry in Amsterdam, but I was honestly, but they like, I think they had such an early slot. I'm talking like they were like I think they were the act before the act before Art Monkeys. They played, I think it was just before Blossoms, probably like the 4 o'clock slot. But
Yeah.
they had such a massive crowd for playing so early, because there was so many other stages, which was absolutely amazing. But that honestly, that day, those gigs that I went to, I was fairly new to gigging at the time. I went up to Glasgow with my brother, and we went to see the Art Monkeys. And honestly, it was just about, I want to say, a few weeks after the release of Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino.
Oh.
And honestly, every act that played there was absolutely amazing.
I can imagine, actually.
Oh, completely.
Just realised they're called Moral Panic Unperson by accident. That's the first track.
No worries. I was thinking that, but no, it's just a great album. But do you feel like on this new Royal Blood album, it'll keep the same sound of Troubles Coming, or do you reckon they'll go back to the heavy, distorted bass and thick drums
with the way
familiar with?
With the way their band is set up, I feel like they kind of are going to have to do a little bit of that unless they implement more instruments into it.
I can completely get that, because you can only, so like with their first two albums, there's like, it's like I want to call it catfish in the bottom end syndrome, where every song just starts to sound the same. Like, honestly, like when I'm listening to Royal Blood, I couldn't tell you which album each song's from, because they're just so similar. So
I get it.
So maybe this like evolution of sound would be quite good.
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna move a little bit more poppy, like pop rocky, but at the same time they're gonna definitely put some of those heavy ones in there, and it's just gonna knock us out of the park. I feel like I really trust Royal Blood to always deliver. Yeah,
completely. I'm going to be seeing them, so that'll be quite exciting. I know my brother's seeing them back at Leeds, and apparently they're just absolutely phenomenal. So I'm quite excited to see that. Mind, their song "Troubles Coming," it's received quite a lot of attention. It managed to land a spot on the soundtrack for FIFA 2021, and it seems to be literally on the radio and on the TV in the background. Like, I was watching. I'm quite big into my skiing, and it was on the background of one of the trailers for some upcoming races, and I was just thinking, like, they've made a song that has just gone straight into like the
big dog status.
Yeah, literally, like it's everywhere. They've gotten to the mainstream eye, which is good, because they need the attention.
I'm really glad. I'm really glad that's happened. Completely. And I feel like I wish this is probably a really like weird thing to say, but I wish what is going to happen to them and what's happening to Troubles Coming, I hope it turns out like a better version of Shape of You.
Where it's just like on 24/7.
Where it's played everywhere, but it's a song that you're going to enjoy more if you've got kind of a taste in music that's a bit out of the way of pop and a bit more into rock.
Speaking of Shape of You, Courting. We've got to speak about Courting. Come on.
We've got to speak about Courting. If we don't speak about Courting.
We've got to speak about Sean and the boys. Come on.
Courting. So we've got Sean.
We've got Sean Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what's the bass player again. Oh, he looks like
Oh no, this isn't good for us. we love Courting so much. We love them. Sean and Sean.
Sean Thomas, bass player, and one that looks like James Acaster. Is it Michael?
Might be.
It might be Michael. Oh, Michael, it's going to be so embarrassing if we get this wrong.
But yeah, we're sorry, boys.
We're really sorry. Hopefully
their newest release, I'm not talking about the remixes, but their newest release, Pop Shop, is an absolute banger.
Pop Shop.
I played it on repeat. I believe it was on my Spotify repeat, on my Spotify 2020 Overlook thing.
Yeah, same here.
And I wanted to stream it to help them out. Like, if it did help out. So I left my computer on overnight, and on my Spotify Overlook, it said I played them over 500 times. Played that one song in a couple of days.
So their growth is like crazy. Since releasing Pop Shop, they've went up by 10,000 monthly listeners.
No way.
Like literally, I remember when I first got into courting, there were probably, I think it was 7,000, and that was just before David Byrne's Bad Side came out. They're now 24,000.
That's mental.
That's mental.
I feel like this is a band that's going to really bud and grow, and their music is either going to change for the better or not change at all, which is equally as absolutely amazing as it could possibly get.
I absolutely love their music so much. They've got such a, like, I'm not going to say weird sound. It's just post-punk to the max. And I feel like
it hits the spot.
Yeah, with my favourite song. Well, what's your favourite song? I've got to say it's either David Byrne's or Quan.
I don't really know, you know.
Quan.
I think it's really hard to rank them because they're all equally as good as each other. I feel like Pop Shop's definitely my favourite. It's just got such a nice, especially as a drummer as well. It's got a really nice groove.
Pop Shop.
It's simple, but it's effective.
The drums at the start.
I'd say Pop Shop's up there, and then Football.
David Byrne's. I think David Byrne's got to be absolutely. I feel like I love that so much because it was the first thing that came out whilst I listened to. No, Football was the first thing I listened to, but it was about a week or so after I started listening to them that David Byrne's Bad Side came out, and so I feel like just being so excited for the release and then it coming out and living up to like all my hopes. Yeah, and I can't wait to see them live. I haven't got anything booked so far, but I just can't wait to. Here's
a good thing that we could speak about quickly in the last coming minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long we want to make it. What gigs did you have booked for next year?
Oh, gosh.
Or this year, rather.
Right, okay. So, last year, I had quite a few gigs booked, and they've all been cancelled. I was supposed to be going to see Kasabian, but I got cancelled. Oh God, I've completely gone off Kasabian, especially after hearing what horrible, and man, the main singer is, I can't remember his name, but that gig would have been good, especially for the support acts being Inhaler, Easy Life, and Sam Fender. Sam Fender being a familiar face from where I am, and he's amazing. But what other gigs I would have had Leeds Fest. But Rage Against the Machine, they were announced to play, and I had never been more excited in my entire life. Honestly, to say I'm a little simp for Rage Against the Machine is an understatement. I grew up listening to them, so it's like my biggest guilty pleasure band in the world, and it's so sad to see they didn't get re-announced.
It's upsetting.
Oh, completely. Especially being replaced by such mainstream artists as well. But yeah, I had a Declan McKenna gig cancelled, even though it was a social distancing one. But yeah, what else? What did you have anything cancelled?
I haven't had much. Had one booked for the start of last year. It was Circle Waves for Leicester 02. And the ticket for that sat on my desk, and it's just saddening to see it there.
Nightmare.
Yeah, but then for this year, I had booked. I went a little bit crazy mid-lockdown, thinking as soon as I get out of lockdown, I need to see as many artists as possible. I need to get out there, because when I was like going through secondary school, I'd go out and I'd do stuff, and I loved music, but I was too scared to go to gigs either on my own, and I didn't have anyone to go with. So I just thought, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do as much as I can. I'm gonna get out there. So I've booked. I know it's not a lot, but for someone that's only ever been to 2 gigs before, and they're both Easy Life gigs, I booked. I've got 3 for April. I think I've got a Sports Team, Alfie Templeman, and Thomas Heden. And then I've got booked as well Biba Doobie.
Oh,
yes. And let me check my calendar real quick.
But I also went a bit mad. I think I've got 5 gigs now booked.
Oh yeah, I've got the Hella Mega Tour with Green Day, Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and Weezer, and featuring the Interrupted.
Jeez.
At Huddersfield Arena. That's gonna be an absolute banger. The ticket cost me £80, but it's the best thing I've spent money on.
One of my main Christmas presents this year was tickets to go see Gorillaz in London in August. Honestly,
No.
Mate, it's gonna be, it's gonna be so
It's
good.
gonna be mental.
It's gonna hopefully they managed to bring out some of the featured artists that are on the new album.
Imagine Slow Tie.
Slow Tie.
I swear Royal Blood were on
That track with Momentary Bliss.
Yes. Oh, that's one of the top songs of the year.
Oh, completely. I listened to that so much. I think it got like what 4th or 5th in my top list. Actually, no, all my songs are Easy Life, but under the pile of Easy Life, they managed to get a high spot in my top listens. But yeah, there's just a lot to look forward to in the year. Hopefully, after the whole lockdown, pandemic, on and off, different tiers and all that, we get some normality back and we get some gigs going.
Yeah.
I
feel like definitely if... Sorry, this is me thinking ahead here. It just popped into my brain. We should probably speak about different genres. Like we should the next episode we have without a
interview.
Without an interview, wink wink nudge nudge.
Yeah.
We should we should try and speak about some, I don't know, like rap kind of stuff.
Oh,
Tyler, Insat.
Mm-hmm. We want to cover a wide range of artists.
I want to speak about Bushrod as well. Like not now, obviously, but
yeah. Would you say we're approaching? What are we? About 40 minutes in now, so
we're 57 minutes total thing. So about 40 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll have what's some closing topics we're gonna have? The future. Where are we wanting to take this podcast?
Oh yeah.
So interviews. We've
definitely interviews.
We've got one coming up. We've got one coming up next week. Whenever this goes live. But it's exciting.
So interviews, more music news. Hopefully, doing it for fun.
Oh
because
yeah,
I love doing it. If something comes out of it, that'd be pretty cool as well. Yeah, me and Henry are currently trying a little project.
Oh, give us a little plug.
It's a little plug, but it's not really at the same time. We're in a 4-person, now 3-person, 4-person kind of wishy-washy band at the minute called Cricket Whites, because we don't know what's going on with it. Cricket Whites, and that is currently working on a cover of Pop Shop actually by Sporting. If I can get my drum track recorded and then
your drum track finally recorded, but and it's a bit odd. Trying to form a band with 3 other members I've never met in my entire life,
and are completely opposite ends of the UK.
I swear. So we all live on the 4 corners. Like honestly, it couldn't get any further apart.
Yeah, you've got you're in
Newcastle. You're in
Newcastle. I'm in Nottingham. Bonnie's in Essex. Will's
in Bristol. Yeah. Where's Daniel from?
I'm pretty sure Daniel's from Nottingham because there's another pretty cool band in Nottingham called Combat.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you've mentioned that.
Yeah, me and Dan, we were speaking before because we were gonna. They only have at the minute a singer and a guitarist. Sorry, a guitarist and bassist. I think a singer and 2 guitarists, something like that.
Yeah.
And so I feel like recording live would be a bit of a pain for them. So me and Dan were kind of like, we wanted to message them and kind of get in with them as well. See if we could do some stuff for them, see if that would work.
That would be, it's quite exciting. I'm really wanting to get some music done with some friends up here. But I feel like, I don't know what it is, like nobody I know I can get in contact with plays instruments or has a similar music taste to me. I'm not picky as in but I don't really want to be playing Shape of You, do I? So
no, yeah.
But
you should Shape of You, you're going to hell.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Right. Okay. So I think that's probably we're coming to about time now. So I think that's all we've got.
I think we're running about 54 minutes, something like that now.
Yeah. So. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully you didn't mind us rambling for half of it about what kind of music we like and what we're excited to hear.
Yeah, it's just an introduction. Get to know us a little bit.
Yeah, we've got an interview coming next week.
As mentioned.
Yeah, I know. That should be exciting. And so, yeah.
First interview.
I think there's nothing else to say except
We might set up a little Q&A
Oh.
on Twitter,
yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna set up a little Q&A on Twitter.
as in like you ask questions for that band.
Yeah, we'll announce who it is prior to the release, so you can get your questions planned.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess all we can say is well, we hope you enjoyed listening.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah,
taking the time out of your day to listen to us ramble.
Oh, you cut out there.
Sorry, thanks for taking the time out of your day to listen to us ramble.
Yeah.
Waffle on.
Sorry for how scuffed this is as well. We've had many issues, but yeah, if you lasted this long, I'm impressed. And so, thank you very much. And I guess we just got to say goodbye now.
Yeah. Goodbye.
See you later. Right. Ciao.